Bolo. Again, can you say that? Govinda Hari Bolo Gopala Bolo. Goodness. Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo. That's what it is. Govinda, it's a bit of a tongue twister. Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo. Second part is Radha Ramana. Can you say that? Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Bolo. So these are all names for Krishna, who is the master of, or the inspiration for us to pull out our unconditional love and universal compassion out of our hearts. And then we'll chant from the Bhagavad Gita on page 49. It's verse 25 from the 3rd chapter. We'll go slowly in call and response, but first 3 ohms all together. Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo. 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 Radha Hare Govinda Bolo. Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Bolo. Radha Hare Govinda Bolo. Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Bolo. Govinda Gopala Bolo. Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo. Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo. Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda 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 Bolo. Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo. Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo. Ramana Hari Govinda Bolo. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Bolo. Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala 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 bolo Radharamana Hari Govinda bolo Radharamana Hari Govinda bolo Govinda bolo Hari Gopala bolo Govinda bolo Hari Gopala bolo Radharamana Hari Govinda bolo Radharamana Hari Govinda bolo Govinda bolo Hari Gopala bolo Govinda bolo Hari Gopala bolo Radharamana Hari Govinda bolo Radharamana Govinda bolo Govinda bolo Hari Gopala 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 bolo Radharamana Hari Govinda bolo Radharamana Hari Govinda bolo So you can go to page 49, shloka or verse 25 from the third chapter. Sakta karmanya vidvanso Sakta karmanya vidvanso Sakta karmanya vidvanso Sakta karmanya vidvanso Yatha kurvanti bharata Yatha kurvanti bharata Yatha kurvanti bharata Yatha kurvanti bharata Kuryat vidvans tatha saktash Kuryat vidvans tatha saktash Kuryat vidvans tatha saktash Kuryat vidvans tatha saktash Chikirshur loka sangraham Chikirshur loka sangraham Chikirshur loka sangraham Chikirshur loka sangraham Sakta karmanya vidvanso Sakta karmanya vidvanso Yatha kurvanti bharata Yatha kurvanti bharata Kuryat vidvans tatha saktash Kuryat Vidvans Tatha Saktash Chigir Shurloka Sangraham Chigir Shurloka Sangraham So this verse from the Bhagavad Gita says that the unwise tend to be attached to the results of their actions, right? Not knowing that there's so many other factors that can play into a plan that we put into place, that sometimes the plan turns out a little bit differently than what we had set in motion or envisioned. So not to get disturbed by that, and to understand that it's not just a question of our own willpower and ego to get to a place where we want to be. And then it says the yogis or the wise, they act, but they're not attached to the results of the actions, but they act in order to benefit the world. So I want to just thank every one of you for, again, having braved the weather to come to this class, because it is a class whose proceeds will go to benefit someone who is very far away from here, actually. So I have founded an organization called Azahar Foundation, and it is an organization that promotes a peace culture through yoga and the arts and some supporting methodologies, particularly in zones of post-conflict or conflict. So we're working at the moment in Cambodia, in Rwanda, and in Ukraine. And we have developed a sort of a 3-tier professional training program in Cambodia, which ends up getting adapted according to the region and according to needs, but where young people get exposed to these disciplines of yoga, meditation, and art, who may never have even known these things exist, right? And they are given an opportunity to develop a vocation within these fields. And we do that first by organizing a retreat, and then we have a 1-year curriculum where they're deepening their knowledge in these branches, and they can kind of explore what is it that they lean towards. And then in the second year, we provide local yoga teacher training along with some of the arts disciplines and some of the social development disciplines also. And then we have a center where these young people get to practice their teaching, and they can practice their craft, and they can start earning a dignified livelihood, which they may not have been able to do otherwise. And so every year, because I'm a teacher in the Jiva Mukti system, we receive a scholarship, a tuition scholarship for one of our teachers to attend the teacher training in India. And at this moment, it's quite easy for Cambodians to get a visa to come to India, where it would be very difficult to come to the US or to Europe. And so the person who is going this year, her name is Srey Niang, and she has been with Azahar since 2017, so 8 years. And she comes from, very typically, as most of the young people we work with, she comes from a rural family with very modest means. The parents who are of my generation, they lived through a terrible war, Vietnam War, where actually also the US was very involved, also in carpet bombing Cambodia and opening the door for a revolutionary government to come in called the Khmer Rouge, which ended up in a genocide. And during that time period, not only did the parents see terrible atrocities or even had to commit terrible atrocities. There was family separation. People were put into concentration camps and so forth. But schools were closed for 20 years, which has created a situation where a lot of people, particularly in the rural communities of that age group, are illiterate. They're not able to read and write. So their ability to make a living for themselves is very reduced. And they generally, one or two of their children go into Phnom Penh, which is the capital city, to discover more opportunities. So that's the case pretty much of every young person who works with us there. And then the young person, of course, being in the city, now they have to support the whole family that is in the country. And during this time that I've known Sreni Yang, she was married, she had a daughter who is now about 5 years old. And 3 years ago, she was teaching at our center, and she came home from teaching and found her husband dead at home. He had a massive heart attack. He was like 30 something, you know. And all of a sudden, from one day to the next, as these things happen, she was thrown into a situation where she had to take care of her daughter by herself and take care of her family back in the rural community. And she was quite overwhelmed by that, obviously. I remember when I came to Cambodia, because I go every year, she fell around my neck, you know, and then she was sobbing and sobbing, and she just was like, I'm strong, I'm strong, I'm strong, but the tears just kept coming, right? And so her best friend took her in and introduced her to deep Buddhist meditation, and she kept on going with the yoga. We had a hardship fund to help her out through this period, and she has proven to be incredibly resilient, and she's come out the other side, and she's now also studying for a master's in business administration, and she's teaching at the center. And so for her to have this scholarship to go to India is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You know, it's like amazing for her to be able to do that. And so we get the tuition scholarship, but we have to come up with the transportation and the accommodation. So this is comes about to about $4,000, and we've already raised now $1,000. So this is going to go towards that fund so that she can benefit from this and continue to teach in Cambodia. So with all that said, thank you so much, and you can come to your hands and knees, put your side, and then press back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Bend one knee, bending the other knee. And allow yourself to feel the prana, the life force, the energy starting to move in your legs. Maybe it's a sense of well-being. As a result of feeling this movement of the life force, you are alive, you're healthy, you're able to move, you're able to take a yoga class. Sometimes we take these things for granted, or we don't pay attention because our mind is too distracted. So here's the time to come into a state of presence and to really fully enjoy your aliveness. All right, now shake your neck out, flutter your lips, and gently tuck your chin under and look towards your feet. Now bend your knees and see if you can press your chest closer to your thighs. Then see if you can hinge your pelvis forward more so that your sit bones lift way up in the air. With your knees bent, that's easier to do. Yeah. Then push the tops of the shin bones back in the same direction as your sit bones, and push them back and up so that your legs straighten and your heels reach for the floor, even though they're not touching the floor. Yeah. Now find your breath, breathing in and out of the nose, making the sound of the breath at the throat. That is Ujjayi breath. On your next inhale, come forward to a plank pose. Exhale, place your knees, chest and chin to the floor. Inhale, keep your knees where they are. Come to Bhujangasana Cobra. And then exhale through bent knees to downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to a plank, lifting your head up. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, bend the knees and walk your feet forward until you're about a foot behind your hands. And then exhale, bend the knees, open feet hip width apart, parallel. Press both hands into the floor or into two blocks. Yeah, so put blocks under your hands. That might be better. Then inhale, straighten your legs, and exhale, allow your head to hang. Inhale, make sure your pelvis stays over your ankles. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Inhale, lengthen spine. Heel toe your feet together till big toes touch, inner heels touch. And then exhale, bend your knees slightly. Inhale, reach the arms behind your back, interlace your fingers. And then exhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms over your head. Inhale, bend your knees to come to flat back, look up. Exhale, straight legs, chin to shin, arms over your head. Inhale, bend knees to flat back, so your spine is parallel to the floor. And exhale, straight legs, chin to shin, arms overhead. One more. Inhale, bend knees, flat back, look up. Exhale, straight legs, chin to shin, arms overhead, and stay here. If it's too much for your hamstrings, keep your knees slightly bent. Otherwise, already straighten them. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. And exhale, five. Bend the knees. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach the arms alongside ears, stand up and arch back. Exhale, swing over bent knees, reach the arms behind you, chin to shin. Inhale, soft knees, hook thumbs, stand up, extend your legs and arch back. Exhale, swing over bent knees, reach arms behind you, chin to shin. Inhale, soft knees, hook thumbs, stand up, extend your legs and arch. Exhale, swing over bent knees, arms behind you, chin to shin. Now, bend your knees and release your hands. Allow your neck to release. Exhale, pull the navel in. Then inhale, with your knees bent, begin to roll up through the spine from your sacrum, vertebra by vertebra. Once your shoulders pass your pelvis, you can straighten your legs. And then exhale, rolling the shoulders back into Tadasana. Inhale, reach the arms alongside your ears. Exhale, hold right wrist with left hand. Inhale, pull the navel in, lift ribs away from pelvis. And exhale, tilt to the left side, making a nice arc. Inhale, lift your chin away from chest. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. And exhale, five. Inhale, come up. Exhale, holding left wrist with right hand. Inhale, navel in, lift your ribs away from pelvis, and exhale, going to the right side. Inhale, chin lifting away from chest. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Can you get your big toes together? Inhale. Yeah, you can separate your heels a little. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, coming back up. And now exhale, interlace your fingers behind your head. Inhale, pull the navel in, lift your chest, and then exhale, lean back a bit. Then inhale on strong legs, strong navel, lift your chest more, and exhale, lean back a little more. Inhale, still keep your legs very strong and grounded, and exhale, lift the level, go a little bit back more. Then inhale, come back up to a vertical, and exhale, release the arms at your side. Inhale, take your hands in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra, and exhale for a moment, close your eyes. And just take a moment to think of someone who has supported you at any given time where maybe you were having a difficult period or difficult challenges in your life. And just bring that person into your heart mind and send them a good well-wish, positive intention, whatever may seem appropriate for you in this situation. And take them with you in your practice. It's fun. On an exhale, release the arms at your side, opening your eyes. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze towards your thumbs. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up, prepare. And exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bending your knees. Inhale, step or jump forward, look up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze towards your thumbs. And exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, reach arms up, gaze to thumbs, feet even. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up, prepare. Exhale, step or jump back. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, release your neck. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5, bending your knees. Inhale, step or jump forward, look up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze towards thumbs. And exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze to thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog, stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Open your feet a little more. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5, bend knees. Inhale, step or jump forward, look up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze to thumbs. And exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach arms alongside ears arch. Exhale, swing over, bend knees, arms behind your chin to shin. Inhale, bend knees, hands down, right foot to low lunge. Exhale, left foot back down, dog. Inhale to plank, lifting your head. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale to down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin down. Inhale, Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhale through bent knees to downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward, straighten legs. Inhale, soft knees, hook thumbs, stand up, extend legs, arch. Exhale, swing over bent knees, arms behind you, chin to shin. Inhale, bend knees, hands down, left foot back. Exhale, right foot back to down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin down. Inhale, Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhale, through bent knees to downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, open chest, look up. Exhale, right foot forward, straighten your legs. Inhale, soft knees, hook thumbs, stand up, extend your legs and arch back. And exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach arms alongside ears and arch back. Exhale, swing over bent knees, arms behind you, chin to shin. Inhale, bend knees, hands down, step the right foot back. Exhale, left foot back, down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, Bhujangasana, stay here. Exhale, press the tops of the feet into the floor. Then inhale, lift your hands off the floor. Exhale, draw your inner elbows together. Now inhale, from the push of your feet, see if you can lift your chest higher. Exhale, 1. Inhale, lift your inner heels up. Exhale, 2. Yeah. Inhale, pinky toenail towards the floor. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Good echo. Yes. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Coming all the way down. Inhale, hands next to chest, tuck toes. Exhale, through bent knees to downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward, straighten your legs. Inhale, soft knees, hook thumbs, stand up, extend your legs and arch. Exhale, swing over bent knees, arms behind you, chin to shin. Inhale, bend knees, hands down, left foot to low lunge. Exhale, right foot back, downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down. Inhale to Bhujangasana, again, stay here. Exhale, press the tops of the feet down. Reach your pinky toenails towards the floor. Now inhale, hands off the floor. And exhale, interlace your fingers behind you. Now inhale, see if you can straighten the arms without locking your elbows. Yes, and lift your chest higher. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, microbend if you tend to hyperextend. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, reach the outer shoulder blades forward. Exhale, 5, coming all the way down. Inhale, hands next to chest, tuck toes. Exhale, through bent knees to downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping left foot forward. Exhale, right foot forward, straighten both legs. Then inhale, soft knees, hook thumbs, stand up, extend your legs and arch back. And exhale, Tadasana. One more variation. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach arms alongside ears, arch. Exhale, swing over bent knees, reach arms behind your chin to shin. Inhale, bend knees, hands down, step right foot to low lunge. Exhale, right knee to floor and point your right foot. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach arms alongside ears and arch. Exhale, hands to floor, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin to floor. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale to a child's pose, flex feet, hold your ankles. Now inhale like a wave, lift up to Ustrasana, camel pose. And exhale, folding back down to child's pose. Lead from your heart. Inhale, reach the arms forward, Bhujangasana, cobra. Exhale, through bent knees to downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping right foot forward. Exhale, left knee to floor, point left foot. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach arms alongside ears, arch. Exhale, hands to floor, step left foot forward, straighten your legs. Inhale, soft knees, hook thumbs, stand up, extend legs and arch. Exhale, swing over bent knees, reach arms behind you, chin to shin. Inhale, bend knees, hands down, step left foot back. Exhale, left knee to floor, point left foot. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach arms alongside ears and arch. Exhale, hands to floor to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin to floor. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale to child's pose, flex feet, hold ankles. Inhale again like a wave, lift up, lift your chest up, head back. Exhale, leading from your heart, fold forward to a child's pose. Then inhale, reach arms forward, Bhujangasana, cobra. Exhale, through bent knees to downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot between hands. Exhale, right knee to floor, point right foot. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach arms alongside ears, arch. Exhale, hands to floor, stepping right foot forward. Inhale, soft knees, hook thumbs, stand up, extend legs and arch. And exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, bend knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, palms to floor, then straighten your legs. Inhale, look up, prepare. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right foot steps forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel to floor, warrior 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down facing. Inhale, right foot to Virabhadrasana 1, open chest to the sky. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot to Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down facing, now stay. Inhale, catch your breath. Exhale, 1. Inhale, how's the temperature? Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Release your neck. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Good. Okay. Inhale. And now exhale, 5. Bending your knees. Inhale, step or jump forward. Look up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, bent knees, Utkatasana. And exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, bent knees, Utkatasana, and stay here. Exhale, sit low as if you were in a chair. Now inhale, pull the navel in. And exhale, lengthen your lower back and your sacrum towards the floor. Now inhale, see if you can lift your chest and your gaze past your thumbs without arching your lower back. Exhale, 1. Inhale, your arms are engaged and straight. Exhale, 2. Inhale, palms together if you can keep your arms straight, otherwise shoulder width. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Good. Inhale. Exhale, palms down, then straighten your legs. Inhale, look up, prepare. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, up dog. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Inhale, right foot to Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, open arms, shoulders, hips, Virabhadrasana 2. Now inhale slowly with the breath, straightening your right leg. And exhale, bend the right knee, tracking it over second and third toe. Move this foot a little bit more towards my hand, yeah? Then inhale, looking over your right middle finger. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Inhale slowly with the breath, straighten right leg. Make sure you're not slamming your knee back. And exhale, bend the right knee again. Inhale, cartwheel your hands down to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, step left foot forward to Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, open arms, shoulders, hips, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale slowly with the breath, straighten the left leg. Already directed over second and third toe. And now exhale, keep that alignment as you bend your left knee. Stop when the knee is right over your ankle. So your shin bone should be perpendicular to the floor. Inhale, looking over your left middle finger. Walk your foot forward more. Exhale, 1. Inhale. That's better. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Inhale, slowly straighten your left leg. Again, don't lock your knee. Exhale, bend the left knee. Inhale, cartwheel hands down to a plank. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Then inhale, step right foot forward to Virabhadrasana 1 and stay here. Exhale, press into outside of back foot. Now inhale, straighten your front leg, again without locking your knee. And exhale, see if you can bring your left hip forward. So your hip bones are in a line that is parallel to the front of your mat. If that's challenging, move your back foot forward a bit and angle it in a little bit more. Then inhale, pull the navel in and lift your torso away from your front leg. So your right hip crease opens up. Then exhale, bend the right knee without leaning forward. Keep that right hip crease open. Inhale, lift your chest to the sky and you're supported from your back ribs. Exhale, 1. Inhale, look towards your thumbs. Exhale, 2. Inhale, back leg stays straight. Exhale, 3. Inhale, try not to grip with your toes. Yeah, exhale, 4. Inhale. And now exhale, 5. Tip forward to a flat back position with the arms alongside the body. Your hips are square, your back heel lifted. Then on an inhale, gradually lift up to Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Exhale, roll the left hip down. Now, if you're really struggling with your balance, you can put blocks under your shoulders. Yeah, and put your hands there. Otherwise, inhale, roll the shoulders back, reach back through your fingertips, and exhale, pull the navel in. So you're very strong in your core. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, lower your chest a little more, Steph. Exhale, 2. Inhale, now lift this leg a little more. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale without wobbling. Bend your right knee and step back to a Warrior 1. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Lift your chest higher. And then exhale, open to Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, cartwheel hands down to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, step your left foot forward to Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, press into outside of your back foot. Inhale, slowly straightening your left leg. Lift your torso away from your front leg. Exhale, bring the right hip forward. You may need to angle your back foot in a little bit. Then inhale, lift your heart from your back ribs. And exhale, bend the left knee. Make sure you're not closing that left hip crease. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, your back leg is straight. 2. Inhale. Are you still breathing? Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. And exhale 5. Coming forward to a flat back position. Arms alongside your body. Lift your back heel. Inhale, shift the weight into your left leg. Lift up to Virabhadrasana 3. And then exhale, roll the right hip down. Inhale, pull the navel in. Exhale 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Now move to your right with your torso. Inhale. Yes. Exhale 4. Much better. Inhale. And exhale. Bend your left knee. Step back to warrior 1. Inhale. Straighten your left leg. Lift your heart even higher. And then exhale. Open to Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale to plank. Exhale. Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, and exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, step right foot forward to Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, open arms, shoulders, hips, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, slowly straighten the right leg. Again, make sure you're not locking your knee. And exhale, reach far forward and down to Trikonasana triangle. Inhale, try to extend your right waist so it's parallel to the floor and it stays long. Exhale, roll the bottom shoulder back. Then inhale, move the torso over your front leg. And exhale, press into outside of back foot. Use the support of your hand. Inhale, gaze at your left thumb. Exhale 1, good. Inhale, you can go a little lower. Exhale 2, yes. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. And exhale 5. Inhale, lifting up to stand on strong legs. Exhale, bend the right knee. Place right hand outside of your right foot. You can use a block or place the forearm on your right thigh. Now inhale, swing the left arm over the left ear so your hand is higher than your head. Then exhale, pull the left shoulder away from your ear. Inhale, pressing right knee and upper arm together. And exhale, have equal weight in your back leg. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale and exhale 5. Inhale, left hand to instep side of right foot. And exhale, extend your right leg. Inhale, move back foot forward as you square your hips and lengthen the spine. And exhale, draw the chest down to your right shin. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, create a little more space here. Exhale 3. You can use blocks under your hands, yeah? Inhale. Exhale 4, yeah. Inhale. And exhale 5. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend the right knee, come to a low lunge. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, step left foot forward to Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, open arms, shoulders, hips, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale slowly with the breath, straighten that left leg. And now exhale, reach far forward from your left fingertips, extending your left waist parallel to the floor. Good. Inhale, right arm lifts. And exhale, roll your bottom shoulder back. So you want to feel this opposition. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale 2. Inhale. You can go a little lower. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. And exhale 5. Inhale. Lifting up to stand. Exhale, bend left knee, left hand outside of your left foot. Inhale, reach right arm over right ear. And exhale, pull the right shoulder away from the ear. Inhale, press left knee and upper arm together. And exhale, push into outside of your back foot. Now inhale, see if you can bring that left rib cage forward. Exhale, 1. Inhale, chest open to side wall. Exhale, 2. Yes. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, left chin is perpendicular to floor. Exhale, 5. Inhale, right hand twin step side of left foot. And exhale, extending left leg. Inhale, move back foot forward a bit. Square your hips, lengthen spine. And then exhale, draw the chest over your left leg. Inhale. Yes, good. Exhale, 1. So keep this open here. Yeah, exhale, 2, but you can move your chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Try to press your full palm into the block. Inhale. Yes. Exhale, 4, but you can bend your elbows. Yeah, inhale. Good. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend left knee, coming into a low lunge. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale to plank. Exhale, roll to outside of right foot with left foot on top. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, extending through both legs. Now inhale, draw your navel to the front of the spine. And exhale your sacrum towards your heels. If you start shaking, put your right knee on the floor. Now inhale, can you see your left thumb with your right eye? Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. And exhale, 3. Coming back to plank. Inhale. Exhale, going to the other side. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, either super extend your legs or put your left knee on the floor. Now inhale, feel your navel moving to the front of the spine. And exhale, your sacrum goes towards heels. Good. Inhale, see the right thumb with your left eye. Exhale, 1. So you're not throwing your arm behind you. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Ribs in. Yes. Inhale. And exhale, coming back to a plank. Inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to floor. Inhale to Bhujangasana Cobra. And exhale through bent knees to downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to a plank. Exhale through Chaturanga, lower to your abdomen and place your forehead to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms alongside your body with your palms facing up. Then exhale, draw your inner thighs together and pull the navel in. Then inhale, lifting your head, chest, and legs off the floor to Shalabhasana. Exhale, 1. Inhale, roll the thighs in. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lift the inner heels up. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5, coming all the way down. Inhale, hands next to your waist, lift into an upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, place your knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Inhale, lifting up to a Bhujangasana. And now exhale, take a Sphinx pose with your elbows underneath your shoulders, fingers spread out, upper arm bones perpendicular to the floor. Then inhale, tuck your back toes under, feet are hip width apart, pull the navel and lift into a forearm plank. Exhale, 1. Inhale, keep your head lifted. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, make sure you're breathing. And exhale, 5, coming all the way down. Place forehead to floor. Inhale, hands next to chest, tuck toes. Exhale, through bent knees, go back to downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, placing your knees, chest, and chin to floor. Then inhale, Bhujangasana, and exhale again, come to Sphinx pose. Elbows under your shoulders, fingers spread out. Ideally, your hands and your feet are on your sticky mat. Yeah, so you have the same surface under your hands and your feet. Now, on an inhale again, tuck your toes, lift into a forearm plank. You can either stay here or lift your pelvis up and start to walk your feet forward into your shortest possible forearm down dog while still keeping your shoulders above your elbows. You want to, in this position, be able to keep your legs straight, pull the ribs in, and look in between your wrists. Those of you who can come up, can come up. If you just want to lift one leg up, you can do that and square your hips. If you want to stay in a two-legged down dog on your forearms, you can do that. I'm counting to 10 breaths. Good, Emmy. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, draw your inner thighs together, Emmy. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Echo, square your hips. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Yes. Inhale, just lift your bottom leg up. Exhale, 5. 5 more. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Try not to close here. Exhale, 9. One more. Inhale. And exhale, 10. Good. Come down and rest in child's pose. So that was an example of Cambodian rap. When I first started going there, almost 20 years ago, they had no idea what hip hop and rap was. But as social media started moving into every corner in the world practically, even very isolated regions start to know the trends that are around in halfway across the world, right? On an inhale, reach the arms forward, coming to Bhujangasana Cobra. And then exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale through Chaturanga, lower to your abdomen and placing your forehead to the floor. Inhale, bend both knees. Exhale, see if you can grab a hold of your ankles or the tops of the feet for for Dhanurasana. Inhale, lifting up your head, chest, and legs. Exhale, 1. Yes, inhale. Exhale, 2. Keep it this long, yeah? Inhale, even if you can't lift your thighs off the floor, keep this long. Yes, good. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Coming all the way down. Inhale, hands next to chest, tuck toes. Exhale through bent knees to downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to a plank. Exhale, roll to outside of left foot with your right foot on top. Inhale, right arm lifts. And exhale, super extend both legs. Inhale, draw the right leg to a tree pose. Exhale, place the right ball of the foot behind your left leg, about hip width apart. Then inhale, lift the right heel up and lift the left corner of the pelvis up. And then exhale, reach right arm over right ear. See if you can externally rotate your upper arm and have your palm face the floor. Inhale, yes, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, right hand down. Swing your right leg high up. Come to a 3-legged dog pose. Exhale, square the hips and press the left heel towards the floor. Now inhale, swing your right foot between your hands. And exhale, left knee to outside of right foot and come to sit on both sits bones. If you're not able to reach both sits bones to the floor, place a block or a blanket underneath. Then inhale, lifting the left arm up, plug your right sit bone into the floor. So you're not sitting on your heel, and this goes down, yes? Exhale, twisting to your right side. Okay. Inhale, take an arm position of your choice, but make sure that you can still lift your spine up. Exhale, 1. Inhale, inner right foot presses down. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, deep breathing. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Release. Inhale, face forward. Exhale, gently counter rotate. And keep this down, yeah? Inhale, face forward. And then exhale, swing right leg behind you to a downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, roll to outside of right foot with left foot on top. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, extend through both legs first. You establish your Tadasana position there. Then inhale, draw left leg to 3. Exhale, place ball of left foot behind your right leg. Then inhale, lift your left heel up, left right corner of pelvis. And exhale, reach the left arm forward, palm facing down. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, left hand down. Swing your left leg high up, 3-legged dog pose. And exhale, come to a downward dog. No, we need to do the left side, Ardha Matsyendrasana. So step left foot between hands. And then exhale, right knee outside left foot and come to sit on both sits bones. Inhale, left arm lifts. Again, feel the opposition first. So you create length in your right side and you push the left sits bone down. Move your heel out a little more and then exhale to twist. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Yes, inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Release. Inhale, face forward. Exhale, gently counter rotate. Inhale, face forward again. And exhale, swing left leg behind you to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale through chaturanga, lower to your abdomen and place your forehead down. Inhale, bending both knees. Exhale, reach for the insides of your ankles. Make sure you keep your shoulders open and your elbows facing out. Then inhale, lift your head, chest, and legs off the floor. Let go for a second. Exhale, flex your feet and pull your knees and feet towards each other. Yes. Inhale, now your shoulders are open. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, lift just a little higher. And exhale, coming down. Inhale, hands next to chest, tuck toes. And exhale through bent knees. Go back to a downward facing dog. Inhale here. And now exhale, place your knees to the floor so that they're no wider than your pelvis. Right, so you want to have your knees exactly underneath your hip bones. And when you're looking in between your thighs, your feet are moving in the same direction as your knees. They're in line with your knees, okay? Good. Now lift your hands off the floor and come to stand on your knees and the balls of the feet. So the shins are not pressing down right now. Your feet are tucked. Balls of the feet are tucked. Push as much of your balls of the feet that you can into the ground, yeah? Now put your thumbs onto your sacrum on both sides of your sacrum. Pull the sacrum down and push it forward a bit, yeah? Now make sure you're not jamming yourself into your lower back. Keep your chin tucked into the chest for now. Now make your navel very strong. So you pull your navel in and you drop your sacrum. You create more space in your lower back. So like not to try not to arch your lower back like that, okay? So now lean back with your chin tucked into the chest, and you're trying to make a straight line through your thighs, hip crease to the shoulders until you can reach your ankles. And then once you have your ankles, push the pelvis forward over your knees. See if you can create more length, more height in your chest, and exhale, head back. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Are you still breathing? Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Now inhale, lifting back up, push off symmetrically. And exhale, come to sit on your heels. Inhale, move forward to your hands and knees. And exhale, go back to downward facing dog and stay in downward facing dog. So in back bending, right, the lower back is the most flexible part of our spine, and so is the neck. So the tendency is you would take too much pressure into the lower back. We do all our flexibility from there. The point is that we need to make the legs strong to create space in the lower back and to lift your chest up more. So you create more space in the torso. So you're not ending up with pinching your lower back and having pain there after back bend class or any back bends that you do. Okay, good. Now on an inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, place your knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Inhale to Bhujangasana Cobra, and exhale, let's take a Sphinx pose again. Forearms to the floor, elbows underneath your shoulders. Now think of your humerus, which is your upper arm bone, as a pillar. So the pillar is not like a Tower of Pisa, right? It is straight. Straight like a pillar. No. Low elbow down, but upper arm is perpendicular. Okay, good. Now look at your hands and make sure that the web between index finger and thumb is into the floor, and that you're pulling back the earth through your fingertips towards you. So there's some spring in your fingers. Yeah. Try to roll the inner wrist down. Now, this time your feet are pointed behind you, yeah, and on an inhale, see if you can lift the weight out of your shoulders because you're pushing down into your forearms. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale, yes. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Now exhale, reach the left forearm across the chest, and the elbow can go slightly out to the side, depending on how high you can lift your chest. Then inhale, bend your right knee, and exhale, go for the instep of your right foot with your right hand. Keep both hip bones on the floor. Now inhale, see if you can lift your chest a little bit more, and exhale, press the right heel to the outside of your right buttock. Inhale, lift your chest more and try to square your shoulders. Exhale, 1. What is painful? Exhale, 2. Inhale everything. So take it easy. Just breathe and don't go too far. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, release your right leg and place your right forearm across the chest. Again, the elbow is slightly out to the side so you can keep your shoulders square. Then inhale, bend the left knee. Yes, you want to press that. Yes, you need to connect that left hip bone down. Yes. On an inhale, bend the left knee. And now exhale, reach for the instep side of your left foot. Inhale, start bending the elbow. And then exhale, see if you can press the left heel to the outside of the left buttocks. Yeah. Then inhale, you lift your chest because it's a back bend. Yeah. So you again want to lift out of your shoulders. Exhale, 1. Yes, good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Try not to twist in your knee though. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, the foot needs to be on the outside. Yeah, exhale 4, but it's good. You have this going on. Inhale, and then exhale 5. Lower your chest and forehead to the floor. Inhale, hands next to chest, tuck toes. And exhale through bent knees, go back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, place your knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Now stay here and make sure that the top part of your chest is pressing into the floor. And see if you can extend your throat and reach your chin forward here. Right? Now, see if you can find more space in the top part of your chest by really sending the breath there. Yeah? Those of you who are comfortable enough with this asana, you can reach the arms behind your back and interlace your fingers. And then exhale, reach the arms over your head. Good. Inhale, your navel pulls in. Exhale, your tailbone is embedded in between the buttocks. 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And now exhale 5. Release your hands next to your chest. Inhale, keep your knees where they are. Drag the body forward and open the chest. Then exhale, tuck your toes, send your seat to the heels, and go back to downward facing dog. Inhale here. And now exhale, placing your knees to the floor. Good. Inhale again, lift your hands off the floor and come to kneel. You want to, again, keep your toes tucked, especially if you're having a hard time reaching back for your ankles. You have less far to go when the feet are like this than when the feet are like this, right? So keep your toes tucked. Now, again, place your thumbs next to your sacrum, right? Pull it down, push it forward a bit so that you open the hip creases. This area here should not be like that, right? It should be open. Right? Now reach your inner elbows towards each other and make sure that you're not arching your lower back, Amy, that you're already crunching into your lower back. Drop your sacrum. Drop your sacrum. Try to stay straight here. Now we're going to take a little bit of a different entrance into this. So you're going to take the ribs up, the chest up. You start rolling the head back, and then you're reaching for your feet and you're trying not to go back with your pelvis. Right? Now, those of you who can easily keep your pelvis above your knees, now you can point your feet and place the palms on the soles of the feet. If this is impossible for you, you can just continue to kneel and hold your sacrum and open your chest, yeah, and the collarbones. You don't have to go all the way down to your ankles if that's not in the cards for you today. Now, are you breathing? Think of each inhale like a ray of light moving through your pectoral area, through your chest. So you really create some warmth and space there. Yeah, let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, exhale 1, good. Inhale, exhale 2. Now inhale, push off symmetrically so you're not twisting your spine. Very good, everyone. And exhale, come to sit on your heels. Good. Take your hands in front of your heart for a moment and close your eyes. Reconnect with deep breathing through the nose, right? And reconnect with your intention as well. Do you remember who you dedicated your practice to? So it's good every once in a while to bring the wandering mind back to a focus. Good. And then on your next exhale, release the arms at your side, opening your eyes. Inhale, coming to your hands and knees. And exhale, pressing back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. And now exhale through chaturanga, lower to your abdomen and place your forehead to the floor. Let's take the full Bekasana now, full frog pose. So on an inhale again, bend both knees. Exhale, reach for the insteps of your feet with your shoulders open. If this is again not in the cards for you, repeat Dhanurasana. But if you're going to move on to Bekasana, start to bend your elbows and lift your chest. Start pressing the heels to the outsides of your buttocks. And if you can move your fingers in direction as your toes, and you continue to lift the chest and press the thighs into the ground. Yeah, inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale, so you can lift your chest a little more. Exhale 3. Good. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. And then exhale. Come all the way down. Place one cheek to the floor and gently rock your pelvis from side to side. So all this back bending is stimulating your heart chakra, Anahata chakra, which is located at your sternum. And right now your sternum is down on the earth, and you can feel the warmth of the earth warming that place. The heart chakra has to do with what this shloka talked about, is the ability to move out of the sphere of I, me, mine, and being able to encompass more of existence than just petty, selfish, or self-centered concern with our love and compassion. And so the back bending is designed to energetically stimulate this attitude, an attitude that is very much needed at this day and age. And it's a challenge because life on an individual level is becoming more difficult also. So how to find that openness while also taking care of ourselves is the dance that we have to dance as yogis, yeah. All right, now on an inhale, place your hands next to your chest, tuck your toes, and exhale through bent knees, go back to a downward facing dog. Inhale here, and now exhale, place your knees to the floor. Make sure you're not doing a thud with your knees, you keep engaged. Now inhale, walk your knees forward into the front third of your mat. If you have tenderness in your knees or feet, place a blanket underneath your feet or your knees or both. So this time your feet are pointed from the get-go, and you want to have your knees and feet together so they touch each other. Now come back to sit on your heels and place your hands behind you about 12 to 15 inches. Yeah, so well, there's more centimeters than inches. So think more like 6 inches, maybe something like that. And I keep changing, switching between the two, okay? So now press your knees together and press them into the ground and keep your chin tucked into the chest. And now see if you can lift your pelvis up and shake your pelvis out a little bit so your buttocks are very loose. And then send your tailbone in between your buttocks and lengthen your sacrum towards your knees. Now keep that length and lower your seat back onto your heels. The chin is still tucked into the chest. Yes, you don't want to like throw yourself into your neck. Now press your knees down, see if you can lower down to your forearms. If that's not possible, keep your hands on the floor. Yeah, if you can lower your hands on the forearms and keep your knees down. Those of you who are a little bit more flexible here, you can lift your chest and lower the crown of the head to the floor. But your knees still need to stay in touch with the floor, or at least with a blanket underneath. Do not have your knees floating up in the air. Those of you who want to go further, you can place your hands next to your ears and straighten the arms into what we call a baby wheel. Huh? What are you saying? Baby what wheel? Yeah, well, it is still a wheel, a baby wheel. So you can, yes, echo, there you go. Okay, walk your hands closer in towards your feet. And if you want to take a full Kapotasana, you can put your head on the floor, forearms to floor, and reach your fingers towards the toes. Okay, everyone come back up. Come first, yeah, bring your chin into the chest. Lift yourself back up to your hands. Good, and come up. And then come to your hands and knees and press it back into a downward facing dog. So you always need to remember that your back bends really come out of your legs. So even in something like that baby wheel Kapotasana sequence, whichever stage you're at, your knees need to be grounded, even if they come apart a little bit, right? Because the chance of hurting your lower back is too great when you lose your legs. So now here, are you breathing? On an inhale, take your left hand off the floor and exhale, place it in the front of your right ankle. Front of your right ankle. Then inhale, start twisting from your navel on up. Keep your hips square and look underneath your right armpit. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Good. Inhale, but your hands needs to be on the floor. You're too close here. Yes. Good. Exhale 3. Place your left hand down. Now walk your feet back more. Walk your feet back more. Yeah, good. Now inhale, lift, pick up your other hand. So put your hand here. Yes, pick up your other hand. And exhale, put it on your left ankle. Lift your heels up. Good. Look underneath the left armpit. Inhale. Exhale 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. And exhale 3, placing your right hand back down. Okay, now inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, place your knees, chest and chin to the floor. And then inhale, coming to Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhale, lower your chest to the floor, forehead to the floor. Then inhale, reach the right arm alongside your right ear. And exhale, roll onto your right side and keep on rolling until you're on your backs. Bend both knees, placing the soles of the feet on the floor, hip width apart and parallel. So how do you know that your hip width apart is when you're tracing a line from your hip bones to the center of your knees? And that your knees are reaching straight back and not falling out to the side. So here you have different options. You could do a more restorative version of Urdhva Dhanurasana by placing a block underneath your sacrum here, right? You can place the block at any height. So if you're really having a hard time arching your spine, you can put the block at the lowest level. If you want to do a half wheel, you place the arms alongside the body. Actually, let's all do a half wheel. Place the arms alongside of the body, press your palms down. Inhale, lift your pelvis up to a neutral position. Neutral position means that you have a diagonal line from your knees across the hip bones to your shoulders. Then interlace your fingers behind your back. Walk the shoulder blades closer in towards each other and see if you can externally rotate your shoulders and your upper arms. Yes, good. Hide the vertebrae of your upper spine between your shoulder blades. Now push into your feet so much that you can lift your pelvis higher and lift your chest closer towards your chin. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale, turn your feet parallel, let go. Exhale 5. Now keep your pelvis where it is. Don't drop it, but release your hands. Inhale, place your hands next to your ears. Shoulder width apart. Do not drop your pelvis. Exhale, make sure your feet are grounded and not turned out. Then inhale, you can lift to the crown of your head. Try not to lift your toes off the floor. Exhale. And then inhale, perhaps you can straighten your arms here into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Good, Sally, yes. Exhale 1, that's beautiful, good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, lift your chin into the chest and exhale, come down. So you've got to do two more of the Urdhva Dhanurasana, okay? Again, you know where you are at. If this is too much for you today, you can repeat half wheel, or you can place the block underneath your sacrum, right? It's optional. But do something, right? Don't just check out. So bend your knees, place your hands either alongside the body or next to your ears, and then inhale, lifting up. Second time. Good. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, feet parallel. Yes. Exhale, 3. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Can you press into my hands? Inhale. And exhale, 5. Inhale, lifting the chin into the chest, and exhale, come down. So the same counts here, right? It's not just about arching your lower back. It's about using your legs first and foremost and lengthening the sacrum towards the feet rather than arching and lifting the sacrum behind you. And then you want to try to open up through the chest. Let's do the third one, your version of it. Place your hands. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Is this okay for you? Yes. Inhale. Okay. Exhale, 3. Inhale. We're going to opening here. Yeah. Exhale, 4. Good. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Inhale, lifting chin into chest. And exhale, come down. Good. Now you can bend your knees into the chest and extend your lower back and your sacrum into the earth. So feel what it feels like to really have that length and the support underneath your lower back rather than overarching it. And if you go from side to side, you give your spine a little massage. Yeah, good. Then come back to the center. Swing your hips to the right side, dropping your knees to the left side. You can take eagle legs if you like, or just one knee on top of each other. Now, what is important here, the twist is a counter or a neutralizer for the back bends. So you don't want to bend your lower back. And you ensure that by lifting your knees to the level of your pelvis. Yeah, or even a little higher. Good. Then inhale, reach the right shoulder down. See if you can look towards your right thumb. Bend your elbows so that you, yeah, good. Exhale, 1. Inhale, deep breathing here. Exhale, 2. Inhale, send the breath into the spine. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, swing the pelvis to the left side and drop your knees to your right side. Good. Then extending the left shoulder in towards the floor and looking towards your left thumb. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 1. Inhale. So keep your knees on top of one another. Exhale, 2. Relax your feet. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Try to take the tension out of your feet. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, just shake your legs out, shake your hands out, blubber your lips a few times. Good. And then drop onto your right side and keep on rolling until you're in a child's pose. And then you just gently come back to the center of your mat, allowing your third eye, your eye of intuition, your sixth sense to be nourished by the earth. And sometimes we're in a situation where things seem so crazy in the world that we don't know quite what to do, how to position ourselves. So having an intuitive knowledge on what our life's purpose is and how to position ourselves is important. So we really find the place where we follow our heart and soul's purpose rather than just following kind of blindly what everybody else is doing. On an inhale, pull the navel in, roll up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra. And then exhale, sit next to your feet and flex, extend both legs forward to Dandasana. Placing your hands next to your pelvis, flexing your feet back. But first we have to know that we have options. Inhale, pull the navel in and lift your chest. And exhale, folding forward over your legs. Grab a hold of your ankles or your feet. Inhale, lift chest. And exhale, folding forward over your legs. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. You can use this to create more length in your spine. Yeah. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. And exhale, 10. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, come to sit up. And inhale, bend both knees. Place the soles of the feet on the floor, hip width apart and parallel. And place your hands behind you. Again, about 6 inches with your fingers pointing towards the feet. Then inhale, lifting up to a tabletop. Lift your pelvis to the level of your knees. Gently roll your head back and take some short, fast sniffing breaths here. So it's like panting of a dog in the summer heat, but with your mouth closed. So you're doing Kapalabhati. It's not Kapalabhati, it's sniffing. It's even inhales and exhales. You're emphasizing your exhale. That's better. Yeah, that's it. Okay, good. And then slowing it down. Inhale, lift your chin into the chest. And exhale, come down. Turn yourselves around and get ready for shoulder stand. Salamba Sarvangasana. Again, you have the option here to do Viparita Karani. You could place a block or 2 underneath your sacrum, maybe a blanket on top in order to make it a little softer. If you're going to go for full shoulder stand, you can use a blanket. That's always a good idea. But have the fringes going towards the feet. Yeah, everyone with the head towards the altar. To the head towards Krishna, not the feet. Good. Yes. Make sure that your blanket, if you're using a blanket, is really even and you're not having like all kinds of wrinkles digging into your neck or shoulders. So the head should be off the the padding. And you first come into Halasana. So in Halasana, you can interlace your fingers and walk the shoulder blades closer in towards each other. Hands onto your backs and then inhale, lift up. So this is a Cambodian traditional song that has been adapted by 2 young musicians. The woman who's singing, Laura Mom, she was a refugee with her parents here in California, but was taught the traditional language and songs, and this is a song to the ancestral teachers. So to acknowledge the wisdom that comes through these teachings that we are always contemplating on, also in the yogic practice, they serve kind of as a guide post on how to direct the options that we have and the purpose that we have in life. In Cambodia, over 90% of artists were executed during the genocide. So it was a really big task to revive the culture, basically. And in fact, the first Cambodian I ever met was a young man from a musician's family who also came here as a refugee here in New York. And he's now has a big arts organization in Cambodia where he's supporting all of these emerging artists to reconnect with the cultural past and create something new with it. That's how tradition evolves. And these are two of the most accomplished musicians from a newer generation. The young man is a multi-instrumentalist. I saw him come up through the years in a circus that has become quite famous in Cambodia. It was also built on street children who had lost their families through the genocide and became circus artists, and he became a musician, and he plays so many different instruments. You can flex your feet, draw your legs over your head to halasana plow. Again, reaffirm that position of your shoulder blades. This is a place where you can really practice that external rotation of your shoulders and upper arms, which appears in every asana practically, okay? And then bend the knees to the ears and round your spine. And then begin to roll out of the asana, pressing your hands into the ground, and slowly come down, all the way down. Take your padding out from underneath you. Lie down on your back, and let's take the counter pose, which is Matsyasana fish. So press your forearms down on an inhale, lifting your chest, and then exhale, placing the crown of the head to the ground. So if you're feeling crunched here, walk your elbows closer towards your pelvis and turn your palms up. Here too, you can feel that external rotation in your upper arms, and then the shoulders fall away from the sternum, and the sternum, your heart chakra, is the highest part of your body. So the heart here really yearns towards the highest knowledge, the highest transmission. On an inhale, lift your chin into the chest, and exhale, come down to rest in Shavasana, final relaxation. So since we did a lot of back bending today, some of you may feel a little bit of a twinge in your lower back. Roll up a blanket and place it underneath your knees, or you can even take a bolster here and place it underneath your knees. And if you're feeling that you're cooling down, put a blanket over you or put a sweater or socks on, anything that you may need. Gently begin to deepen the breath. And notice how the breath is activating your prana, the vital force. And it's bringing some movements into your extremities, your fingers, your toes. And the movement gets a little bigger. Hands and feet. Arms and legs. Then reach the arms over your heads. Give yourselves a nice long stretch. Bend the knees to the chest. Give yourself a good squeeze again. Lengthening your lower back, your sacrum into the earth, creating space. And then gently roll to your right side and pause here for a moment in that shape that evokes safety, comfort, security. And then when you're ready, press your left hand into the ground and as fluidly as possible, lift yourself back up to sit. You may want to take a blanket underneath your seat, so you're sitting soft and a little bit elevated. And then really sit down so that your sit bones are really grounded and rooted into your blanket or into the earth. Feel the surfaces of the body that are touching the earth. And energetically feel how roots are growing right into the center of the earth. So you're very grounded and connected. And then feel an equal and opposite force coming up from the center of the earth through your sit bones, sacrum, up the spinal column towards sun, moon, and stars. Allow yourself to feel expansive. For a moment, keep the outer body still. And bring your subtle awareness to the tip of the nose, watching the breath as it moves in and out at the tip of the nose. Don't do anything special to breathe. Instead, just allow the breath to breathe your body, and you're observing that process. If a thought comes in, allow it to simply flow through the mind and let it go. Don't think the thought, don't hold on to the thought. Simply be fluid. Let it pass through like water and let it go. Then bring your attention back to the tip of the nose, watching the breath come in and out. If it is helpful for you, you can use the mantra let go, silently saying to yourself, inhale let, exhale go. Let go. And fold your hands into Anjali Mudra, palms together at your heart center. You can place the thumb against your sternum so you can feel the vibration of the sound. And from the heart center, we expand our feelings of benefit, of merit from the practice, and we send it out so that all beings everywhere may eventually live in freedom, happiness, and peace. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. We give thanks to all of the great teachers, masters, and sages who have transmitted these teachings of yoga for thousands of years for our benefit. Om Bolo Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much for coming to practice this morning. Thank you very much for supporting our endeavor with sending Sreni into teacher training. And again, if anyone wishes to donate more, there's a QR code on this flyer here. You can just hold up your phone to it, or I think Bobby has Apple Pay, right? That also very acceptable, yes. It's very rare nowadays, but holiday season and good start into the new year. And I hope to see you again sometime soon. I'll probably be back in New York, May, June. And usually I teach at Souk in Manhattan if you ever have a chance to make it over there. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. Okay. No, I go to Switzerland first.